The 1980s was a vibrant decade for music, a time of big hair, bold sounds, and unforgettable anthems. From the flashy swagger of glam metal to the sleek pulse of new wave, bands of this era didn't just make hits, they shaped the culture. In this video, we're revisiting some of the bands that once lit up the stage, ruled the airwaves, and left their mark on MTV. Though they may have faded from the spotlight, their impact still echoes through the speakers. Red Rockers were an American rock band from the late 70s to mid-80s, starting in New Orleans as a punk group before shifting to a more radio-friendly new wave sound. Their 1983 hit China brought them brief national attention, though the transition in style left some early fans behind. While they never became a household name, they're remembered as a cult favorite, with deep roots in both the New Orleans and California punk scenes. Today, Red Rockers are often seen as an underrated gem of the 1980s alternative landscape. For Lulu was a British rock band formed in 1983 in London, known for blending post-punk, new wave, and glam rock into a sound that was both melodic and moody. Part of the early UK alternative scene, they stood out with their stylish, genre-crossing approach. While their music was distinctive, it didn't fit neatly into the mainstream trends of the mid-80s, making them a bit of a hidden gem. Their biggest moment came with I Go Crazy, a track that brought them wider attention, especially in the US. The fabulous Thunderbirds, formed in 1974 in Austin, Texas, carved out a distinctive place in blues rock history. Led by guitarist Jimmy Vaughn and fronted by the soulful voice and harmonica of Kim Wilson, they fused blues, rock, and Texas roadhouse swagger into a sound all their own. Known for their tight musicianship and high-energy live shows, they earned respect from both blues purists and rock fans. Today, they're celebrated as key figures in keeping Texas blues alive through the 80s and beyond. While mainstream success was limited, hits like Tough Enough brought them wider attention.
Ain't that tough enough? Ain't that tough enough? Wrap it up, I'll take it. Well, no more will I shop around now. Looking down along with the red skin tights. Oh, you, baby, I would swim the sea. Nothing I do for you that's too.
Kix was an American glam metal and hard rock band formed in 1977. Known for their explosive live shows, catchy riffs, and playful spirit, they drew comparisons to bands like AC/DC and Aerosmith. While they never reached the mainstream heights of Bon Jovi or Poison, their 1988 hit, Don't Close Your Eyes, gave them a moment in the spotlight. Kix remains one of the most underrated acts of the glam metal era, admired for their no-frills energy, tongue-in-cheek charm, and reputation as one of the most entertaining live bands of the 80s. Warrant was a Hollywood-based glam metal band that rose to fame in the late 1980s with a blend of hard rock hooks and heartfelt ballads. Fronted by the charismatic Yanni Lane, they became a key part of the hair metal wave with hits like Cherry Pie and Heaven. But as grunge reshaped the music scene in the early 90s, bands like Warrant saw their moment fade. Still, they're remembered as one of the last standout acts of the glam era, delivering catchy, high-energy tracks and emotional ballads that remain staples of classic rock radio and 80s rock revival shows.
She's my cherry pie. Heaven isn't too far away. I know a secret down in Uncle Tom's cabin, oh yeah. Now scream, you scream, and I'll scream more. Don't even talk, 'cause
The Rainmakers were a rock band from Kansas City, Missouri, who carved out a cult following in the 1980s with their blend of heartland rock, sharp wit, and lyrical depth. Led by Bob Walkenhorst, they stood apart with songs that mixed humor, satire, and social commentary, qualities that made them less radio-friendly but deeply resonant with fans. Though they never broke into the mainstream, they found strong support in the Midwest and Europe, especially in Scandinavia.
Mississippi River flowing downstream, meet the Gulf of Mexico, somewhere downstream, meet the Atlantic. I want a big fat blonde. There's a big fat blonde. People go, go, go. You gotta let my people go.
The Call was a Santa Cruz-based rock band formed in 1980, fronted by the passionate and introspective Michael Bean. Their sound blended heartland rock with post-punk and new wave, creating music that was both powerful and thoughtful. Known for tackling political and spiritual themes, their songs stood apart from typical radio fare, making mainstream success elusive. Still, The Call earned deep respect for their integrity and emotional depth.
They'd all been warned, but the walls came down. I've been in a cave for 40 days, only a spark. Here's to the babies in a brand new world. Here's to the beauty of the stars. Nothing anymore. The walls came down.
The Outfield was a British rock band from London, formed in the early 1980s, known for their crisp blend of new wave and classic rock. Fronted by Tony Lewis, with John Spinks on guitar and Alan Jackman on drums, they stood out for their catchy melodies and bright, high-energy sound. Their debut album, Play Deep, was a success, but later releases struggled to match its impact. The band is best remembered for the enduring hit Your Love, a staple of classic rock radio, and a nostalgic favorite still heard at sports events and in pop culture.
I don't wanna lose your love tonight. All my love, all the love in the world. All my love, I'll be thin since you've been gone. I've just been
Romeo Void was a bold and unique post-punk band, known for blending edgy new wave with honest, poetic lyrics. Fronted by Deborah Ayal, a Native American vocalist with a powerful presence, they challenged expectations of female-led rock groups. Their 1982 hit, Never Say Never, was too provocative for mainstream radio, but became a cult classic on college stations and MTV. Ahead of their time, Romeo Void's mix of punk energy and social insight left a lasting mark.
Can I ever live without you, girl? Get back on my feet again.
Juria was a melodic rock band formed in the early 80s by keyboardist Greg Juria, formerly of glam rock group Angel. With soaring vocals, sleek synths, and polished hooks, they had a sound perfectly suited for the arena rock era. Their 1984 debut featured the power ballad Call to the Heart, giving the band a brief moment in the spotlight. Though they had the talent and radio-ready sound, Juria faced industry setbacks and stiff competition, ultimately becoming one of the era's many promising bands that faded too soon. And that wraps up our look back at some of the hidden gems and near misses of the 1980s rock scene. These bands may not have topped the charts for long, but their music left a lasting impression. If any of these names sparked a memory, be sure to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we dig deeper into the grooves of rock history. Until then, keep the volume up and the memories alive.